Hi everybody, Thomas Miller. I'd like to tell you just a little bit about how we came together, you, me, and Robert Glasscock. It goes back to 2013. My mom had just transitioned, and all of a sudden I had this just gnawing urge to start a podcast. Well, I figured it out and launched what is now the Subconscious Mind Mastery Podcast in 2013. It was on Easter Sunday, the last week of March. Well, fast forward now, quite a few stories and podcast episodes, and astrology was always an interesting part of my development as my life changed in my later years. I was interested in it, but probably like you, didn't know that much about it and wanted to learn. Well, I piecemealed my way through it. And then it was either in 2019 or 20, I stumbled across this guy by the name of Robert Glasscock. It was through a solar arc class that he taught through Kepler College. I bought that course and my jaw just dropped. I was like, wow, this guy is absolutely amazing. There was just something about his teaching style, the depth of his knowledge, and the type of astrology that he taught that completely resonated with me. Well, take another skip forward, and in early 2022, Robert was teaching a practicum class for Kepler College on solar arcs where we were reading natal charts, and I was part of that group. And when they read my chart, it talked about taking the message that I had created to others and broadening my reach in other areas. So I called Robert that afternoon. And I said, have you ever thought about doing a podcast? He said, well, yes, but I wouldn't know where to begin. I said, well, I'm doing 3 right now, and I have the infrastructure all built. I have the websites, and I've even done some courses. So I have everything we need. Would you be interested in doing one together? So he agreed. He said, let's do it. And we started what is now the Old Soul, New Soul Astrology Podcast. Well, as that relationship continued to move forward, we talked about doing a course, and Horary Astrology, of course, is basically his signature, solar arcs too, but you put those two together and it's a very, very powerful combination. The course is based on information from William Lilly, which obviously brought Horary forward into the modern era, if you will, even though he was back in the 1600s. And then Mark Edmund Jones brought it into the last century. And then Robert Glasscock traveled with Linda Goodman and was her protege, if you will, back in the late 60s and early 70s. And some of her contributions are in this material. But then obviously Robert's brilliance has assimilated all of this and put his own spin on it to bring it to us. You know, over the years, since the mid-60s, when Robert first started practicing astrology, he has done nearly 60,000 one-on-one individual readings. And a lot of those have, in one way or another, involved the techniques that you're going to learn in this course. So if you like what you hear on the podcast, and you want to kind of sound like that in your knowledge and mastery and consultation and application of astrology, this course will get you there. So that combination is what now has been put into this 9-week course, 9 modules, some broken into chapters, that gives you the whole lay of the land. And there is so much amazing astrological knowledge and learning built into this. You are going to learn the houses, the 12 houses, like you have never imagined before. You're going to learn how to ask the chart a question and tell whether or not you can get an answer at that particular time. You're going to learn a new word, space-time. No, not time and space. We're familiar with that. Space-time. It's a different concept, and it's what Horary is based on. So I'm really thrilled that you're taking a look at this, and I hope that you will choose to become one of our partners in this course, because once you buy it, it's not just the 9 modules. We're going to be adding to it and doing other things around Horary astrology that you will be a part of. So thank you for looking at it. I do hope that you'll choose to buy it, and we'll see you inside the course.